We're also keeping an eye on various other stories. As I told you earlier on, we've just gotten a brief from State House Nairobi. Also, the joint communique I was telling you about, the international community, will be also getting that in a few. But let's go to the pulpit, where the Kenya Conference of Catholic Bishops has called on the state to ensure the protection of protesters during tomorrow's commemoration march for those who lost their lives during last year's anti-finance bill protests. The bishops say the state has no option but to listen to the voices of the young people who are demanding accountability and compensation for victims of the deadly protests. They further called on demonstrators to remain peaceful and avoid violent confrontation with police officers. The conference has decried what it calls the selective application of the law and the shrinking space of dissent, calling for credible and independent oversights into the alleged mysterious abductions, police brutality and extrajudicial killings.
Security officers are sworn to protect, not to harm. When those charged with upholding law and order become the source of fear and injustice, it signals a moral crisis in the state. These incidents are not isolated. They follow a disturbing pattern that threatens our national commitment to the Constitution and human rights. The life of every Kenyan matters. Kenya must stop at a loss of life and not just move on. When a poor village boy violently loses his life, it is just as tragic as when an important politician loses his.
Our young people are not enemies of the state. They are citizens with valid concerns who should be heard and supported in building a better future for all. Many Kenyan citizens are voicing these same concerns. As we remember those who died in the protests of 2024, we pray for those young souls. They should not have lost their lives, yet we cannot bring them back. It is fair to give them a fitting memorial. Young people, we appeal to you to avoid any violent encounters during your protests and instead demonstrate your maturity. We call on the security agents to ensure we do not have a repeat of the protected goons who brought violence in the recent protests. How can goons work together with the police? We demand justice for all those murdered and those shot, and conviction of all the perpetrators. These tragedies, on the other hand, should not be exploited by political operators to gain mileage, gathering around the mourners or victims only to deliver personal advertisements while offering no relief or solutions.